Good evening and welcome to the show. I'm Keith Woodhouse. This is the WOT Show on Radio Woke. Oh, miss me. I've lost my... It's gone. I'm Radio Woken. It's back. Panic over. My guest in the studio tonight does not have any R's in his name. He's Jack Flint. And I saw something last night, actually. It said, there's no I's in Team Spirit. It said, well, actually, there's two.
yeah.
It is, isn't there?
There is.
Because I had to think about that one. I thought, no, there's not. Oh, yes, there is. So, yes. Hello, Jack.
Hello.
Welcome back. Hang on a minute. I'll do that again. Hello, Jack. Welcome back.
Hello,
That's
Keith.
more like it.
Nice to see you again.
I thought you was going to say, have you cleaned your teeth?
Yeah.
Something like that. But you, of course, have been on the show some time ago, haven't you?
Yes, nearly exactly a year ago.
Is it
if
really?
It can be nearly exactly.
Is it really? You're the
Would have been
Bill
tomorrow.
Wyman.
Would have been tomorrow.
It would have been tomorrow, but
Yes.
of course we had all these days in between. They didn't work it out properly, did they? When they did the years, they didn't divide it up properly.
Yes, that's true.
You see, because it's a man-made thing, really. Had these ancient Greeks thought about it, they could have divided it up properly so we wouldn't have to worry about this sort of day. And the BBC wouldn't have to go beep at the end of their beep, 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 beep. They have to do that, you know, to make up for the time that's lost because they didn't work it out right in the first place. If they'd have had me there, right, I would have got it right. Let's have another song, shall we, before this gets too deep. That was the Anoraks, by the way, and we're hoping that we can get them lined up and into the studio sometime, and a great track there called London Town. I would really love them to come down and play a session, and we've tried before, and we will try again. This is Bamboo Vipers and Pampas Grass. And do you know, I'll tell you, I don't know whether I should tell you this before the watershed, but no, I'll tell you after the song. This is Bamboo Vipers and Pampas Grass.
I know, halfway down the the street. There's pampers growing in the garden. It's where the swingers meet. Well, hello to the unseeing eye. It oozes pure respect. But people come here from miles around to indulge in group sex. The walls are shaking as they dim the lights. I got the feeling that something wasn't right. The place was rocking, I was high as a kite. But I saw your mother there last night. The walls are shaking as they dim the lights. I got the feeling that something wasn't right. The place was rocking, I was high as a kite. But I saw your mother there last night. I saw your mother there last night. Depraved den of iniquity, they share their love around in every imaginable position, and a wife swapping abounds. Dole out the Viagra to the men of 60 plus. Everyone's tripping on STD. Alright mate, when's the next bus? The walls are shaking as they dim the lights. I got the feeling that something wasn't right. The place was rocking, I was high as a kite. But I saw your mother there last night. The walls were shaking as they dim the lights. I got the feeling that something wasn't right. The place was rocking, I was high as a kite. But I saw your mother there last night. I saw your mother there last night. The juices are always flowing, squirming, sweaty bodies. Erection just keep on growing, man. Neighbours putting favours, steaming torture chambers. I bumped into Nigel Havers. Never assume or never presume. The walls are shaking as they dim the lights. I got the feeling that something wasn't right. The place was rocking, I was high as a kite. But I saw your mother there last night. The walls were shaking as they dim the lights. I got the feeling that something wasn't right. The place was rocking, I was high as a kite. But I saw your mother there last night. I saw your mother there last night.
Bamboo Vipers and Pampas Grass, my guests in the studio, and his lovely fiancée here. Wife?
Yes.
Wife. Sorry. I've downgraded her. She needs an upgrade.
Yes.
Right. His lovely wife here. Right. Have just learnt something about Pampas Grass. You had no idea.
No.
I've never heard of that before.
No.
Mate.
Well, you see, Pampas Grass is a signal for swingers. So the cry... But mind you, by the time it's grown, right, you think they'd lost the urge, wouldn't you? It's very, very high.
It's very subtle. It's a brilliant little chord, isn't it?
Yeah.
How would you have known?
No. And, and it must be true, because it's in The Guardian, The Independent, all online here. I heard this little fact a little while ago, and now you can't walk down the street without noticing the Pampas Grass. Yeah. You know, you spot it straight away.
It's shocking how many houses have it now. Yeah.
Yeah, but a decade ago, right, Palmerston nurseries in Kent would sell 500 pampas grass plants every year, but their numbers now dropped to 250 because of its connotations. Right, so we know that in their area there are 250 people who are looking for like-minded people. Let's get off this subject before Ofsted wants me. Blue Kubricks. They're a band that sent me a track. I've never met them. I believe they come from East Anglia. You ever been to East Anglia?
No, I haven't, no. But I remember a series called The Children of the Stones from the 70s that was made in East Anglia.
Was it?
Yeah, it's really
Children
relevant
of the
to
Stones.
what you're saying, going, yeah, Children of the Stones.
I've never heard
this.
this.
It's a kind of sinister children's programme, a bit before my time. But
Children of the Stones. I'm going to Google that.
Have a look at.
I think you might have dreamt this.
No, because it's got East Anglia. You know the East Anglia thing at the end of a programme, like you get ITV or.
And then you get it's someone on a horse with a
that's the
flag, isn't it?
That's the one, yeah.
The Anglia TV.
I watch it just for that bit. That's
right.
great.
Well, speaking of, did you watch the Sale of the Century with Nicholas Parsons? And then they could buy caravans for £5 and things like that.
Never heard of it.
It's Nicholas Parsons' birthday today. Now, Nicholas Parsons is still broadcasting on Radio 4. Still with us. He's still with us and still broadcasting. Wow. He is 96 today. 96 years old and still broadcasting. So, I've heard people who've seen him at opening fates and things like that, and he's such a genuine, lovely person as well. So, happy birthday, Sir Nicholas Parsons. If you're not Sir Nick, then you should be.
Flying high over New York City. Will the new horizons make you change your mind? Will the changing seasons make you warm inside? And if I live, we're together. Will you stay? Flying high over New York City.
Blue Kubricks and Leave Tomorrow. You're listening to Keith Woodhouse. This is the WOT Show on Radio Woking, and I'm just trying to find out if they do actually come from East Anglia or I've made that up and they actually come from Wellington, New Zealand or somewhere. Hometown Manchester. Right. Not too far out there, was I? My guest in the studio is Jack Flint, who hopefully can hear me. Can you hear me, Jack?
I can hear you, Keith, yeah.
I can just about hear you.
All right.
Hang on a minute. Try again.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, is that better? I'm a little bit closer.
A little bit closer to the mic. Okay, great. What's the first song you're going to do for us?
The first one is called Are You Here Now?
I wanna tell you about a whole new style, because it's coming and it's been a while. Nothing out there's gonna fill your hole, because there's nothing to get. Well, I hear what you're saying by the end of time. You let the future kill your present prime. Don't let your mind steal your pleasure dry. Now is all that you got. Are you here now? You got a beating heart. Are you here now? Can you see it at all? Are you here now? Step out, step out, step out, 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 out. I'll deal with dying when I die. I risk it all to feel a spark inside. Surface living never cut no style. That's just a hole in the wall, and a megalith that stands and it never falls. You put things up that don't matter at all. Always three sides to a coin. You gotta love what you bleed. Are you here now? You got a beating heart. Are you here now? Don't stop before you start. Are you here now? Can you not see it at all? Step out. Step out. Step out. 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 Out.
Hello, Captain Sensible here from the Damned. You're listening to the Keith Woodhouse Show, not half pop pickers. Oh, God.
So easy if you want it to be, and we're waking the morning now. I choose my words carefully, and I'm aware that I'm stalling now. We're talking in tongues around the lies and the wrongs. Your right line and mine are catching every time. Each memory spins again, and we don't whisper our names. And just close enough not to touch, wasn't expecting that much. While we're talking in tongues around the lights and the wrongs, your right line and mine are catching every time. Guess we'll see if you count back to me. Count back catching every time.
Too much so.
Kane and Eyeline. Jack's back from the studio. Well, did you stop off in the green room, quaff some of that crystal champagne we have in there?
I wish.
Yeah? I hope you've left some for me. Well, I don't think we've even got a kettle anymore. We used to have a kettle so you could make a cup of tea, but no, it's gone now.
There's pure Evian today.
So, yeah, I always forget to bring something, don't I? Now, we were looking here with Lorraine Kelly on her show. It must have been either this morning or yesterday, because I've only just picked up on it. And she had Mika. You know Mika, the singer. Did he have a thing called Grace Kelly, was it? I'm sure it was him. Anyway, one of my guests and friend, she was backing singer for Mika. She went out on European tour with him. So there we are. Can't say any more than that about Mika. Anyway, they were talking about him, and he said something or other, and she said, "Oh, David Bowie, he was my favourite. One of the biggest regrets I had was never ever meeting him." And all of a sudden, all the lights went down in the studio. The whole studio went a hazy shade of green, right? And then she didn't know what was going on. Mika's sitting there looking around, and then all of a sudden the lights came back after about 4 or 5 seconds, and you could see she was visibly shocked. She said, "Did you do that to the studio crew?" And they were saying, "No." And it really just happened like that. So check it out, Lorraine Kelly. It's on metro.co.uk, and they've actually got video of it, and you see it all, and it all happened live. So, yeah, sends shivers up your spine. And I'm going to be talking to Karen off air in a minute, because she's just given me a little fact. And I will be running through that with her, so as we can just make sure that I've got it correct before I start sort of like bringing it out on air. And I don't want someone's Twitter feed accusing me of putting out the wrong information. This is Mark Simpson, and a rather appropriate track called "Who Put the Brick Through the Window?" Mark Simpson. And who put the brick through the window? Typhoon put the tea in Britain, I know that. Right, we were talking about your dad, Karen.
Yes.
He was at school with David Bowie at Bromley Tech.
Yes.
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 Right.
But I don't know what year.
You don't know what year he was there. You just know he was a year or two above David Bowie.
Yes.
Right. So thank you for that. That's got the nation riveted now.
I know.
I thought you were going to come to the microphone and give us some interesting facts there. Something that we didn't know. Well, we didn't know your dad was at school with David Bowie, so I'll give you that one. But I thought you was going to give us some interesting
If
facts.
he's listening, and he might. We don't know.
Right. Oh, your dad?
Yeah.
Right. See, if he's listening, we might. Don't go away, Jack. Stay. Because, of course, you're not from this area, are you, originally?
No, no, from up north, Horwich,
Horwich?
near Bolton.
It's like Norwich.
Well, yeah, apart from it's got a H instead of an N in front of it. No, it's very different, I imagine. I've never been to Norwich.
I've never been to Bolton.
You're
You got to be
you're
careful.
Not, you're missing a lot. You're missing a lot. Yeah,
Oh, good.
You're not missing. You're missing a lot.
Right.
It's
yeah,
all right.
You've got to be careful.
I don't know what it looks like now.
Oh, you don't go back up there?
No, not for a while. Not for a long time.
Really?
No.
No?
See,
I can't hear what Karen's saying,
Oh,
so
I
I've got my
remember,
headphones
yeah,
on.
but it was only a brief visit, so I've not seen the. I've not been around that area.
It's by
very
Blackburn, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I've been to Blackburn. I've been to Preston. Yeah, but I've never been to Bolton.
Any good venues up there these days?
I've no idea. I've only went there for football. And it wasn't even West Ham. I was on a corporate thing. I went to watch Blackburn versus Fulham. So it's a memorable game.
Yeah.
Couldn't even tell you the score. I remember I met Lee Carsley, and that's all. And Rufus Brevitt. He came into the hospitality room we were in to present a prize to the person who picked him as man of the match. But and then Lee Carsley was the man of the match for Blackburn. And that is about all I remember. 'Cause I do remember it was free beer. I remember walking into the ground. But I heard a great story. They were looking to redevelop their ground, and they needed to buy a row of terraced houses, and they bought them all to demolish them, apart from one where this lady was in there, and she said, I was born in this house, I'm going to die in this house. And she hung on, and sadly she passed away, so they got her house, and they could start ripping down all the houses. Started ripping them down, found a body under the floorboards in one of them, or what was the remains, and they had to stop work for another 6 months. Stop work. So they couldn't actually carry on with it. So very sad. Very sad. But, it's strange the stories I hear, isn't it? Yeah. But I was told that on a trip round the ground. Right, so I must assume that it was true. This was before I got onto the hospitality. Right. Shall I play a song?
Yeah.
This
What you
is
got next?
Posh, and a track called Rough Lover, which is not very nice, is it?
I really like your puffer jacket and your sexy little walk. And the way that you say suck your racket. I love the way you talk. I love the way your eyebrows meet and your boxer's broken nose. And I like it that you're never sweet and your feelings never show. Move over for a rough lover. Don't do that, it's time to get tougher. Move over for a rough lover. Don't do that, it's time to get tougher. Move over for a rough lover. Don't do that, time to get tougher. Rough lover. Rough lover. Rough lover. I really like your bullet head and your
Posh and Rough Lover. You're listening to Keith Woodhouse. This is It's gone again. Radio Woking. My guest this evening is Jack Flint. Are you there, Jack?
Yes, I'm here, Keith.
Ah, now you're sounding very echoey. You're as if you are in a cavern. In a cavern. In the town. Right? There was Mary Hopkin. Those were the days. What's the next song you're going to do for us?
The next song is Tell Me. Tell me what it's all about. I really would like to know. Build your spires, put up wires. Nobody really wanna hold. I only really wanna play. Sit in my room all day. Drink my water from a dirty cup. I put up my hands and say, it's your light that's fading. It's the storm that's raging. It's the fear they're making. Shaking you up all night. Shaking you up all night. I'll tell you what a dirty fight could bring tears to your eyes. Trying to keep up when you know you're sunk. Well, here comes your lucky prize. I only really wanna play. Sit in my room all day. Drink my water from a dirty cup. I put up my hands and say, it's your light that's fading. It's the storm that's raging. It's the fear they're making. Shaking you up all night. Shaking you up all night. You never signed up for this. You're in the doghouse with a fatal kiss. Choose your words right. Did something go amiss? Just stop fighting it and taste a little bliss. I'll tell you what it's all about. You really don't want to know. The dirt I drink from the cup of life is frozen in the snow. I only really want to play. Sit in my room all day. Drink my water from a dirty cup. I put up my hands and say, it's your light that's fading. It's the storm that's raging. It's the fear they're making. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is Woody Woodminster from the Smarties from Mars. You're listening to Keith Woodhouse radio show. He followed me home. I'm going to lock the door now.
I sit inside my empty room and all my thoughts return to you, but I can't seem to find a way. I take some paper and a pen, write it time and time again, but every time I seem to stray. It's not that I can't follow on, it's something that's already sung. But when I draw another blank, nobody seems to understand what I do. It's not from me, so why do I do it? It's not from me. It's not from me. The monkeys went to heaven years ago. They followed through the doors of perception and perfection. Originality's alive, but maybe sometimes hard to find after years of rejection. But just before I carry on, I hope that you don't get me wrong. There's nothing dead about those above, and none has happened to come up. For what they did, it's not for me. So why don't do it? 'Cause it's not for me. It's not for me. When all the fashions they return, it's not to say that you can't learn to live within your very self, instead of staying on the shelf. You make it obvious what's fine by me, what's gone before. It's not for me. 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 It's not for me.
Who moved the ground and boredom? And did the ground move for you, darling? Must have been the pampas grass. And if you've been listening earlier, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you weren't listening, you'll have to Google it, I'm afraid. My guest is Jack Flint, and he has brought along his wife, who I downgraded earlier, but she has now been brought up to executive level again. To wife. Took her down to fiancé. Oh, boy. If looks could kill... Oh, see, nothing like it. So you've been sunning yourself in Portugal like a rock god.
Yes.
I've been looking at all the pictures. Now, there's about 3 pictures out of 59,000 that were on Facebook last week where you didn't have a drink in your hand.
Yeah. I was pacing myself.
I thought you was going to say something else.
I was pacing myself, but yeah, when it's really hot like that, you know, you just keep the beer flowing and you just stay at a certain level. It's great, you know. The sun also gives you a buzz, and I've not been abroad for ages, years and years and years. So like this, when we went, and we couldn't believe, in October time, the weather was amazing. I mean, it was like no cloud in the sky.
Really?
Yeah, it was like confusing almost.
Where'd they get the water to make all this beer then?
Oh, it's just...
You see, you should have asked these questions.
There's a lot of the same beer, which is all right. You know, it's pretty nice. But you get a lot of places advertising the same brand of beer, in Algarve anyway. But yeah, it was really, really good.
So do they have their own beer or do they import it?
That's their own beer, the
Is
one I'm
it?
talking about.
Yeah. So where'd they get the water from? If there's not a cloud in the sky...
Yeah, true.
Right,
true.
you see, these questions should be asked, you know. They could be importing water from somewhere. We export water.
Yes, yeah.
We
I
send it
believe
all
we
around
do.
the world. Yeah, absolutely true. Drinking water, we export. And we import sand. Right. Or do we export it? One of the two. I think we export it to the Middle East, even though they've got all the deserts. It's the wrong sand for making bricks. See? I could well be making this up. Who knows? I certainly don't. I haven't got a clue what's going on. But I'll play another song. You could. You could say the next song is rather appropriate for me. What was you going to say?
No, I was going to say some of the things that you think about are actually... I've never thought about that, but it's quite a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, where does it come from? These things that we get.
Yeah.
A lot of it goes through so many different hands to get to where
It does. It does.
Yeah.
And why do we get more rain when we're getting global warming? I know. Because it heats the sea, the moisture goes up into the air.
Right.
And then it becomes clouds, and this is why we've got this big climate change. Yeah. So
yes,
that's why. But you say it dumps it all over the UK. I mean, yesterday, in the middle of October, I'm out in a T-shirt. That's not right. Not right at all. Anyway, we don't want to go on about that. This is Beaker and No Head. speaker and no head. I don't think they're going to sing anymore. It's just cacophony at the end. You like that word? Cacophony. That's going to be my word for the night. Cacophony. Anyway, you're listening to Keith Woodhouse. This is the WOT Show on Radio Woking. I'm going to have to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook.